Today's video, we're going to talk about phone numbers that should be on your PPC campaigns landing pages or where you're sending the traffic to, as well as the site that your landing page sits on or is hosted through, and how that actually could kill your PPC results. So I'm going to go through a few different scenarios here of where this is actually true. And for some of you guys, this may be obvious that you want people to call you. For some of you guys, it's not so obvious. I could just tell you, having worked with 100+ clients in the past, looked over 500+ different PPC campaigns and the results and audited those results, what differences there are in results not having a phone number prominently displayed on your website when you're trying to send PPC traffic to a site or online advertising through a site, or to a site I should say. And what the differences are when you have it versus when you don't have it. And with that, you basically got to have a phone number on your site, not just once, but in many different places on the site. So I would explain why that is, and how much you're actually, going to potentially lose if you don't have that phone number on your site in many places. So that said, I have not had one client, not one that I could personally remember, who did not want to have a phone number anywhere on their landing pages or site, anywhere, do extremely well. So I've had many, so just to give you a quick background here, I'm not trying to pitch our services here, but we run a PPC agency. Our PPC agency specializes in offering guaranteed results, where you come to us, let's say you have a PPC campaign running, you want more results, we'll calculate how many more sales we got to get you from your PPC ads as it sits right now to pay for the cost of our services, and we'll give you free work up to that point to get your business, so to say. And we'll have people come to us and they'll have these websites without a phone number on it. It's like, you dumbass, just put a phone number on your site and you don't even need us. I don't want to, if you don't have a phone number on your site, don't feel bad, because honestly, it's easy for me to say, put your phone number on your site. But with that said, people don't understand how much of a difference this makes. But for some of you guys, it really is. Get your damn phone number on your website, because you know that inherently people want to call you, but you're just too lazy to talk to people. Or the bigger thing, you don't want to hire somebody to talk to somebody, you don't personally want to do it. And then you end up losing a bunch of sales. And then you try to get around it. Oh, how can we do the bare minimum of work? How can we put together an e-commerce site and have nobody call us, and have a foreign contractor answer the emails, and have Amazon ship the products, and I'm sitting on a beach with some, chicas down in South America and not doing anything, okay, or something like that. Ultimately, if it were that easy, your competition would already be doing it. You think they like talking to people on the phone? But so anyway, with that said, these people come to me without the phone number on the site, and I'm like, why don't you have a phone number on the website? Oh, we don't have the infrastructure to do that right now. And this leads me to another thing that that kind of irritates me and I see all the time. The people that say, I will put the work in once it starts working, i.e. when they're talking about PPC campaigns, they're never going to make money. They're broke, and they're never going to make any money in the future. You got to do the work up front to get to the next stage. You don't just wait for the next stage to happen and then say, oh, now I'm going to try. And even if that did happen, do you really think you're going to try if that next stage came that easy? Then you're just going to say, I'm going to do even less work and hope for even more to happen. So, respectively, I'll get these deals that I'll look at, and i.e. websites where I can improve. We could use our company's resources to get the sales up on that particular client's PPC campaign, or leads that turn into sales. We do e-commerce, non-e-commerce sites. But we turn them down because anybody who doesn't have a phone number on their site inherently, and if they're not going to change it, they just simply did not know, I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole, because I know consumers inherently want to see the phone number on the site, not only just to call, but to have that warm, fuzzy feeling that, oh, if something goes wrong, I know I can call and have a throat to choke here. It's too damn easy to ignore a irate email saying, oh, sorry, better luck next time, versus having a phone that you got to answer and somebody can call and you've got to deal with that person. Ultimately, of course, they can leave a review and all that other stuff, but people still want to call if they want to bitch. Because obviously if you leave a review, that still ain't doing anything. Okay, they got one review, they have 100 positive ones. They don't give a shit still. The phone is the throat to choke, so to say, in order to make the person feel like they have recourse if something goes wrong. Gives them that warm, fuzzy feeling. So you got to have that. And if you're unwilling to do that, I can't take someone seriously. And you shouldn't ultimately assume that if you're going to try to not do that, that you're going to be successful. Just from the standpoint, you could prove me wrong. There's always exceptions to everything. But at least from my side, of the people that I see that don't have a phone number on their site, have I seen, Corey, I'm making $5 million a year. We don't have a phone number on their site. Can you get me to 10 million? No, it's like, I'm making like, $1,000 a month. Can you get this business to work? It's always the people who aren't having really any success already that don't have the phone number on their site. Okay? So keep it simple. Even if the same clients do have a phone number on their sites, this is like the next stage here, they often try to hide the phone number on the site. So what that means is of course, on their landing page, they don't have the phone number there, but they can go to the contact us page and get the phone number there. Well, all the hoops that they have to jump through, where's the contact us page? Finding that and then calling, and then just knowing that it's on the contact us page. A lot of people are going to think that way. You're going to lose so many sales that it's going to be difficult to make money with your campaigns anyway. But it goes further than that, because ultimately, when you get down to brass tacks here, people at the end of the day, if you want to do it right, expect to be able to see the phone number and know where the phone number is no matter where on the site that they are. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. First off, so if you don't, though, before I go there, if you don't have a phone number on your landing pages, you're losing 15 to 50% of your profit from your PPC campaigns, whether that's Google search ads, Facebook ads, whatever, right there, right then and there, just by not having the phone number on the site. If it's not on the site at all, you're losing 15 minimum, upwards of 50% of sales that you could have had just by having the phone number on the site. So, and not even everywhere that they would look, but just at all in general, because a lot of people, before they order, they're going to look to see if you have a phone number. If it's not there, you're done. Done with that one element. That's why you're losing so many sales when you don't have the phone number on the site. So I don't care what kind of business you're running, some more than others, you're going to lose a whole bunch of sales not having the phone number on your site. Frankly, if you're in a position, okay, I know what you're also still saying here, but Corey, I don't have no damn money to pay for someone to answer the phone. So what are you talking about? What am I supposed to do here? And ultimately, the answer to that is you answer the damn phone yourself. If you're not willing to do what other people you're going to pay to do later on, you're just not going to be able to pull yourself up by the bootstraps to get where you need to go. If you're not sitting on a whole stack of cash, you're not a millionaire starting a business here. You got to do every possible thing that you possibly can, like your life depends on it. You got to want success like you want to breathe air. Answer the phone. Answer it on the weekends, do what you got to do until you have enough money to hire somebody. And then eventually when you hire somebody, yes, that is expensive, I get it. Just to hire someone to answer the phone, if they're going to do it right, they're not going to be answering the phone and packing orders or whatever, you're going to need to have a dedicated person doing it. And not only that, the person you hire for even $3,000 a month, they're probably not going to be that good at the phone. They're not going to be maybe a good salesperson if they are one, and it's going to not be ideal. And what you really need is a $5,000 a year person, an actual, real good, experienced salesperson to answer the phone and knock the people calling dead in getting those sales. And so I get it, But that's what, just going back to what I said before, you have to answer the phone yourself, and then you yourself have to learn how to do sales. Otherwise, you're just not going to get to the second stage. But you do it yourself until you could hire somebody. You get to $500,000 a year in sales, you hire that salesperson, they answer the phone. That's what people are actually doing to get to where they can hire that expensive person. At the end of the day, though, if you just have no phone number on the site and say, I don't need a damn phone number, fuck those people if they want to call. They're going to say F you, and they're not going to order from you. So ultimately, with not having the phone number on your site thereof, and because of that right itself there in and itself is enough right there to make your campaigns not work. We're usually dealing with, as you know in business, slight margins. If you could take a 50% decrease in sales and still make adequate profit margins in your business, then there's a major inefficiency in your market altogether. If you're in a competitive market that's mature, you probably are going to be able to have that inefficiency in your market, and therefore, in your business thereof, and still make money. So it's really a deal breaker. If you're not going to answer the phone, just don't even waste your time and your money trying to start the business and be without one, so to say. So I know there's exceptions. The main exceptions would be if you're selling something that not everybody else is selling. If you're selling something that you can get comparable solutions at comparable prices elsewhere at multiple other vendors, and you don't have a phone number and they do, basically forget about it. If you have something unique that's not like everybody else's and you don't have a phone number and it's significantly in demand, you could get by without a phone number and make money. I will admit that in a lot of cases. Not every case, but a lot of cases. You'll make a ton more with the phone number, so why the hell would you, way more than what you're going to pay that employee if you're already doing, let's say, over $500K in sales already, so you'd be basically an idiot to not want to talk to people and get the other half of your sales. But in that situation, yes, technically you could probably still make money from paid ads, Google ads, Facebook ads, so forth. That said, moving forward here, going into the details on this, if prospects need to go through multiple prompts or pages and the number isn't there as well, you're also losing about half your money that goes to those particular stages or pages on your site. So what I mean by this is if you have a landing page that you're sending the traffic to from your PPC, Google ads or Facebook campaign, and they need to go through a form or a process where they have to enter their name, and then they have to enter their vehicle make, and then they have to enter their not social security number, their address and all this stuff. And it's on different pages because you're using what they call a multi-step form or whatnot, or they have to go through this integrated process. During that integrated process, if you don't have the phone number visible on every single one of those pages, you're going to be losing, of the people who get to the second page, half of the people basically there, because people are going to get stuck. And the main reason for this is, and more so if you're selling to people of all age groups or skewing to the older demographic that, frankly has all the money to spend, those people have a hard time typing in forms. It's not like if you're young and you're watching this, you're taking advantage of how well somebody that's 50 years old can type in a form. It's sometimes extremely difficult. And they just don't want to do it. And they got to have the option to call in at any time and just bypass it. Otherwise, you're just going to lose tons of those people. There's a lot of people who are going to get to something like the address, and they're going to say, well, I could put my address, but then they're not going to know that I really want this address or this, da-da-da-da. And there's going to be exceptions to the rule. And you got to be able to call and get a question answered at any point of the process. So in other words, long story short, you stamp your phone number on every single page that they would go to through that process so they can dip out at any time, or just call, get a question answered, and then finish the process. You're going to earn a ton more money that way. And going further, one step further from there, so like I said before, your contact page isn't good enough. You can't just have your phone number on your contact page and people who get to those multiple other stages in the ordering process, if you will. And this could be a cart, by the way. If they get to a certain section of your cart and they get confused, they need the phone number there, otherwise you're going to lose cart. You're going to have an abandoned cart. You can't just have the phone number on the contact us page because too many people won't know it's there, or it'll be too hard to find, and because it takes effort, less people are just going to go there in general. But in addition to that, about 3/4 of your buyers, your actual buyers that are going to buy from you, that you have attracted through your PPC campaigns, will view more than one page of your site, and therefore up to half of the people who go to more than one page on the sites, you're going to lose sales there. So anyway, what I mean by this is, ultimately we know through studies that we've done, if we have a landing page, so let's say we're even offering a foundation repair service for your house to fix the cracked foundation or whatever. We'll have a landing page to send the traffic to from Google, so that if they type in foundation repair, they go to the landing page that we have set up for them to convert well, which you should always have a landing page for your PPC campaigns, because that's what converts by far the best. It's hard to make money without them now. Within that, we always have on the logo it clickable so they can get to the main site. And sometimes we even go to the extent of having a mini navigation on the landing page, because a lot of people aren't just going to look at your landing page and trust you at face value. Your landing page should have what everybody needs basically to buy or to at least call, but around 10% of the people are going to want to check out the rest of your site to see who you really are, who am I really dealing with, and they'll click on the logo, or they'll click on one of the, we might have a link to our portfolio up in the top of the page for the mini navigation. Depending on what niche it is, we'll have a mini navigation there. And of those people who get to the rest of the site, now if you don't have your phone number prominently displayed, what you always want to put the phone number in the top right and on the bottom of the page, because those are the two places people by default look for the phone number, and you don't want to confuse people. The more confused people are, the more sales you're going to lose. So within that, every single other page that they could navigate to has to have the phone number in the top right and the bottom of the page. So with that said, the people, what I was trying to say here with this 3/4, of the people that are going to buy from you, 3/4 of the people that are going to ultimately buy from you are going to visit more than that landing page, whether they do it before they call or after they call. So as they get to other parts of your website, the ones that visit more than one page, therefore, are the ones most of the people that are ultimately going to end up buying from you. You got to have your phone number there, easily findable for them as well, and it's actually more important, if you will, in that regard, to have the phone number on all other pages of your website, because the serious people, the ones that visit more pages on the site, need to be able to see the phone number there as well. So you can't just have a phone number on your landing page and call it good. For you guys thinking, well, I don't want to talk to people, but we will make an exception for people who, click on our PPC ads and get to our landing page. No, because a good chunk of the buyers, the actual buyers that are going to buy from you, are going to go to other parts of your site, and you got to have your phone number there. So just having the phone number on the landing page isn't good enough. So you got to have it. In short, your phone number needs to be on every single page of your site without exception, including any prompts. If you're going to have a multi-step checkout or prompts where you have a form that they have to fill out that's multiple stages, or ordering process, whatever it is, no matter what they do on your site or landing pages, they need that phone number to not lose 15 to 50% of the people that would buy who are on that page, if you will, at that time. So in short, that's basically what you got to know. And but for most of you guys, obviously this stuff should be obvious. For you guys that it's not obvious, like I said, don't feel bad if you didn't know. You're not a marketing specialist here. Just know it's very hard to make money without having your phone number everywhere on your site, basically, and in the default options, top right of your site, bottom of the site. And if you, by the way, don't have it in those two places, you want to put it there because you're going to get more sales. You never want to get fancy putting the phone number in places that, you could put your phone number other places on the site as a bonus, But if you try to get fancy, put it in the middle of the page instead of the top right, you're going to lose sales because that's not the default place that people statistically are looking for the phone number that we know through, doing actual heat map tests and seeing where people are looking on the site, where people are then therefore looking for the phone numbers on the site, where you want to have at the bare minimum where you want the phone numbers to exist on your site. So anyway, I wanted you guys make sure that the ones that you subscribe to this channel knew about the phone number issue as it exists, how that is such a key critical piece to be able to make money with PPC campaigns. So if you have any questions about this, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel. If you liked the video, consider giving it a like and consider subscribing, as I have a ton of actual actionable advice on how to make your PPC campaigns more profitable on this channel, where we go into detail on actual campaigns, actual strategies, not just stuff that potentially will waste your money or make you lose money, but stuff that actually works. Money-making systems tied or revolving around PPC, Google Ads, Facebook Ads that actually will make you money, and step by step on how to take you through it. So it's the best, most actionable advice on how to make money with PPC on YouTube that you can find, literally speaking. If you know better, let me know, because I don't certainly know of a better place that has good advice on how to make money with PPC. There's plenty of channels that go over the broad, this does this, but nobody tells you how to make money like we do here. Beyond that, I have a blog at guaranteedppc.com/blog with has step-by-step instructions on how to build PPC campaigns there as well, which I've authored myself. And so if you're looking on a more detailed basis on how to build PPC campaigns that make money, the way that we're building them for our clients to guarantee results here, you can find great information there to supplement what you can find on this channel, which is the high-level stuff that we go over at a very high level on this channel, how to do things. There, we take you through the actual setup process of our campaigns and so forth in case you're interested in that type of thing. As a final thing I wanted to mention on this particular video was we have a brand new program at our PPC firm where we're kind of selling turnkey PPC campaigns, where we'll have PPC campaigns that we've ran for years in certain markets that do well. If you wanted to start up a business doing that thing in another market where there would be no conflict of interest, we can give you the exact campaigns and give you the general results of those campaigns, because we have those results. Obviously, we know what those results are, and you can literally, instead of having to go through the hassle of setting up a campaign and optimizing it over years like we did, you could use the gold-plated version that works for that particular market in another market, and have the hardest part about building a business for most of you guys, which is just to have the PPC campaign run profitably. And then you could just outsource the work to another company, or of course we have product campaigns or campaigns that revolve around e-commerce that you could source those products from China and have a business basically right away with not a whole lot of effort. So if you're interested in that type of thing, you can let us know. Maybe we have a built-up campaign in your market already, which that would be a jackpot for you. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that as well. So with that said, I'll wrap it up. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next video where we have another great PPC strategy for you. See you then.